All right guys, what's going on? So this is a frequently asked question in all of our YouTube videos. So we are answering to you guys today. A lot of people have been asking us, hey, are you guys gonna do tutorial videos? Hey, can you show us how to do, for instance, changing an RM strap, changing links on your watch, whatever it may be. Today we're gonna be doing that. So we're gonna dive in with our first video of our tutorial series. Now, this is not gonna be a weekly thing or even every other week, but as tutorials come up that we wanna do, we're gonna definitely hop in and educate you guys to the best of our abilities. So we'll start today with our first tutorial video, which is gonna be changing a Richard Mille strap. So let's see how that goes. All right guys, so we're gonna start today with a RM strap tutorial. This is gonna be a simple tutorial. It's just gonna be removing the strap that's currently on the RM11 Asia and replacing with a black strap. So nowadays, guys like to change their straps out, whether it be to match an event, to match an outfit, to match a different part of their lifestyle. So we're gonna be taking this black RM11 strap and putting it on the RM11 Asia ceramic white over here. So let's jump right in. First thing you're going to do is you're going to actually have to figure out where to unlatch the strap from the case. Now, contrary to popular belief, you only need to remove 4 screws on an RM in order to remove the strap. Now this is gonna be for standard RM11, 35s, 55s. All of the standard torno shape models are going to follow this same routine. So starting off here, we're gonna look at the bottom 2 screws over here, and also the top 2 screws over here. These are the only 4 that we're gonna be removing in the video. No need to remove anything from the case back or the case screws themselves. So let's jump right in. You're gonna need a 4-prong RM tool, which we'll be happy to link in the description down below. If you guys need one, you can pick it up. You don't have to get fancy here. This is a $50 screwdriver and you're good to go for years. So it comes down to preference. You can start on the bottom or the top. You can take one out of the top and then one out of the bottom. There's no rhyme or reason. I always suggest going one side at a time, thus not to lose the screws and keep everything organized. So let's start over here at the bottom. You're gonna take the screwdriver, you're gonna place it in the slot with the screw. You're gonna have to be very careful here, especially on something like a ceramic. You don't wanna scratch the watch. So you can see that the screw and the screwdriver perfectly went in place. Now this is gonna be, back to when you were a kid, lefty loosey, righty tighty. So we're gonna go left here and we're gonna unscrew slowly the screw from the case. You'll see that it comes right out very gently. No need to press or force anything. Once it's out, you can gently remove the screw from the case. You can use your fingers, you can use tweezers. I usually use my fingers, depending on the type of material of the watch. For instance, this is ceramic. I never want to risk removing the screw with tweezers and actually damaging the watch. So you can just remove the screw. You'll see that it's the screw in the washer here, which we'll place down so that we don't lose it. These screws are really difficult to find. Moving on to the next. Same routine again. Gently to the left, remove the screw. She comes right out. So this one actually came right out on the screwdriver, which is the best case scenario. You can actually just remove it from the screwdriver and then you have both the washer and the screw for the bottom. Now you can gently remove the strap from the bottom of the case. It will slide right out and we're 50% of the way there. Also on RM11s, you're gonna notice that there's actually an inner case plate. You're gonna need this in order to put the strap back in. It actually goes right inside the watch, which I'll show you guys when it's time to put this black strap back on. Moving right along to the other side, same exact pattern again. Gently place the screwdriver in and screw to the left. Let's remove the screw, another screw out, and we'll move on to the 4th and final screw. Once again, guys, be very careful not to damage or scratch the ceramic. If anything feels like you're forcing it, definitely make sure to immediately remove the screwdriver and be very gentle. Not that arms are super delicate, you just don't want to have any problems. So the 4th screw is out. Now we can remove the strap from the case. You can see it just gently came out. And we're also going to be looking for this plate, which I was mentioning before, which is right here. Let's remove this plate. Now that we fully removed the strap from the watch, we're gonna be moving on. The first thing that we're gonna do here is we're gonna have to remove the clasp from the original strap, this original white strap, in order to place it on this black strap. Thus to put the black onto the RM11 Asia. So this is not the best looking procedure. However, I will show you how this is done and the easiest way to get it done. First, we're going to be removing one side of the strap. Now this is the side that you're going to be using to size the watch. So it's the side with all the holes. You just simply remove the clasp and you can put the strap to the side. Now we have left one side of the strap and also the clasp. So this part, it isn't the best looking. However, this is the way that I do it and this is the easiest way to get it done. At first, it's going to be hard to get your hand placement correct. However, I'll show you the best way to do it. Let's jump right in. You're going to need one screwdriver, and you'll notice that over here to remove the clasp from the strap, there's actually two screws. So there's a female side and a male side. Now, before you remove the screw from the watch, you're not going to know this. So the best way to do this is going to be place your screwdriver inside. Make sure that it's stable in there and that your screwdriver is correctly in the slot. You can then place the strap down like this, and you're going to want to take your hand from up top to move it down below in order to be able to hold the strap and clasp firm while you're removing one side of the screw. Once again, you're going to gently apply the screwdriver to the top of the screw here while firmly pressing down and holding the screwdriver and strap, and you're just going to twist to the left. This will allow for you to easily remove the screw. We'll only take a couple turns to get it all the way out, and as you guys can see here, it's popping out of the strap and it's ready to be removed. At this point, you can remove the strap from the screwdriver, and you can also remove one side. So this happens to be the male side. It could easily be the female side. When you do remove the male side first, it's actually very easy to get the clasp off the strap now. It's essentially just going to come right off. So now you guys can see the clasp was removed from one side. Now, there is still part of the screw inside of the strap over here because we did remove the male side. So this is very easy to do. We're just going to take our screwdriver. You can place it inside and just gently bump it out and remove. So now we have over here the male and female side fully removed. All right, next up, we're going to be applying the clasp back to the black strap that we chose to put on the Arm 11 Asia today. Firstly, we're going to get the strap side that is going to contain the deploying strap. So that happens to be this side. You can tell because it's always going to be the shorter side of the strap. And we're going to apply the clasp in between the two slots on the rubber strap. Once inside, we can take the male side. Now, you're not going to want to use the female side here. You have to use the male side. And you're going to be placing gently the male side back in the slot for the screw and pushing it all the way through. Now this part can be a little bit tricky. You just have to make sure that the hole is aligned with the screw. So you're going to grab your screwdriver, you're going to apply it into the slot, and you're going to put your screwdriver down on the table, as you can see, and you can remove your hand from the top of the strap and switch it over to the bottom. Now this is when we're going to be reaching for the female side of the screw, and we're going to be placing it inside the strap. Once again, it has to line up and you'll feel it click in. Once it clicks in, you're ready to screw it down. So this is going to be to the right to make it tight. This part is very important. You want to make sure that the screw is on there tight so that nothing falls off and that your watch stays on your wrist. It's very important. So once again, applying pressure at the bottom and screwing to the right, you can see that the screw went fully in. Once you feel a click, you know that the strap is fully secured. Now that we have the deployment attached to the correct side of the strap, we're ready to put the strap back on the watch. First step is going to be looking for the plate that previously was removed from the watch. This plate is very important. It's actually going to hold the rubber inside of the watch in place while you're screwing down the screws in order to put the strap back together. We're always going to start with the top. This is going to be the deployant side. So the side with the deployant is always going to go in the top of the RM. The reason for this is when you flip your wrist over on an RM, you'll actually notice that the Richard Mille sign is always facing you and you can read it correctly. You never want it to be the other way around. So let's get everything set up over here. Take the watch, you're gonna place the plate gently inside. Now, as far as changing an RM strap, not all RM models are going to have this plate, but in my opinion, this is the most difficult part of the entire strap change. So you're gonna be able to take the plate and you're gonna place it gently inside of the strap. Now, you saw that I flipped the watch over. So the holes on the bottom of the plate are always gonna be facing down. You can gently slide the plate inside. And then you can use a screwdriver to gently apply pressure down in order for the plate to fall in place. Nothing with an RM should be forced. It should gently go in and you're ready to go. Next up, we're gonna take the strap with the deployant. You can place the watch down. My suggestion is always to make sure that the deployant is fully locked and that it's not open, or else you'll have the deployant swinging around and it's gonna be very difficult to change the strap. So we're gonna take the strap once again upside down, so you have to make sure that the strap is upside down as well. And you can place the strap inside of the watch in its correct slot. Okay, perfect. Now you can flip the watch over. You're gonna wanna make sure to hold the strap tight. I always suggest using your 2 fingers and holding the watch like this, thus not to damage the watch, and also hold the strap in place. We're gonna be reaching here for one of the screws. Now all 4 of these screws are the same, so you don't have to worry about mixing up the top and the bottom. They are gonna be correct whether you put it on the top or the bottom. However, you are gonna wanna make sure that the washer is there. Gently place the screw back into the slot. Give it a little press down. Like I said before, do not force anything. Make sure it's a very smooth, fluid procedure. We're gonna be reaching for our RM tool and we're gonna gently place the tool back on top of the screw head. And we're gonna screw the screw down about 50% of the way. And you can remove the screwdriver gently. You'll notice that the screw is not all the way down, and we can move on to the next screw. Once again, very gently goes in, no pressure, no force. Get the RM screwdriver back on there and gently screw it down. Now the first screw we only put down 50%. This one we're gonna be putting down all the way. You'll feel it gently lock. At that point, you can remove the screwdriver. Don't try to over torque it or you'll strip the screw and the lining inside. Move over back to the other screw. Gently, perfect. And she's fully secured. So now we're 50% of the way of putting the strap back on. All set. Next up, we're gonna repeat the process down on the bottom side, which is gonna be the longer portion of the strap. So once again, it's the same procedure. It's taking the plates, you're gonna be placing the plate inside of the watch, making sure that it's secured. Like I said, this is a little bit of a tricky process, so it might take a few tries for you guys to be able to get it. Changing straps on an RM is all trial and error until you have it very smooth. For instance, most guys that change straps a lot on RMs are able to do this very quick. I myself usually do this between like a minute to 2 minutes at most. So once again, we have the plate inside. Gently press it down so that it's secure with the screwdriver. And you can slide the strap back inside the slot. Very gentle, goes right in. Super easy to do. You guys don't have to worry too much because if anything feels like you're forcing it, that usually means that you're doing it incorrectly. Once again, screw the screw about 50% of the way down. Remove the screwdriver and then you can move on to the other side. And the second screw you're going to be screwing down all the way. This part can be a little bit tricky if the screw is moving around a little bit, so just make sure that your screwdriver is secure on there. You're not hearing anything, you're not feeling any friction, and the screw will go all the way down. Locked. Go back to the other side and finish the job. At this point, you're in the final stretch. If you've managed to get this far, just gotta tighten the last screw and then you're good to go. Perfect. So now we've successfully changed the strap on this RM11 Asia. You guys can see what it looks like on wrist. You're gonna wanna set up the strap so that it's correct for your wrist, and you can slide it right on.
All right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed our first tutorial video. We do plan on doing a lot more of this style of video, so if you liked the video, please drop a like and let us know in the comments. Also, if you guys have ideas for what you'd like to learn next or something you want to see a tutorial on, please drop that in the comments as well, as we'll be reading and looking out for what to do next. I want to make a quick announcement, guys. Last Friday, we had a very unfortunate event. Our Instagram account was disabled. We did do a lot of digging this weekend, and we came to find out that someone, a hater or a competitor, just had multiple accounts report our account. And yeah, that's why we were taken down. So we will get the account back up and running, but for the time being, to continue whatever deals we had going on, and so you guys don't panic, we created a backup account. We're gonna put the handle right here. It's TimePieceTrading LLC. So we look forward to continue doing business with you there for the time being. Thank you guys, and see you in the next one.